I decided to quit my job and to put everything going into this match. So this match has 100% of my attention. I was lucky to realize soon that if you want to be the best, you have to be obsessed with the sport. If you can do a riser lift with 45 kgs over the knuckle, I'll give you $200. You know, the thing is, if you compare a strength to a strength, I think he's stronger everywhere. And I think that's the truth. But maybe a different strength of mine can beat one of his strengths. He's going to say, table time, table time, table time. I am the new guy, and it hasn't worked for me. I'm breaking myself down. So it feels like I'm not progressing and work towards. I think it's really important to have something to work for, even though it seems impossible to others. I think it's really important to have something like that and to keep on dreaming and to fight every single day to become the person you want to be.
Riekerd Bornman, welcome to the Armfellas podcast, man. How you doing?
Good day, sir. Thank you so much for having me on. I'm really excited for this one.
Good. It's always nice, man, to bring someone else into the podcast, and I'm very excited to have you on. And well, buddy, it's not a secret that, well, I am very lucky to have you on even before the guys of the East versus West, which is very, very curious. Actually, in 2 hours from now, buddy. So, yeah. I mean, really, we're going to take it very easy today, especially because of, well, of the timing that we're having today. And it's really our first time that we're having this nice conversation, buddy. But, I mean, really, you are pretty much, guys, I'm going to leave in the description tons of links, including of the podcast that Riekerd is going to have with the East versus West guys. And excuse my voice. Ooh, I think our friend is responding. Well, anyway, I don't think he's going to be joining us anyway. But I'm going to leave in the description, a couple of links for you to have a look about this gentleman. And guys, let's just have some time with this gentleman, okay? So, man, it's been crazy days, but back and forth, arranging the time for having this. So again, buddy, thank you so much.
Yeah, it's a massive pleasure, man. I think it's really important to get out there and to tell people your story and what it's all about for yourself. So it's really special to be on here. Thank you.
Pleasure is mine, brother, I tell you. So normally I more or less like to really dive into the athletes the first time I'm talking to them, making tons of questions about more or less training, life, and so on. But today we're going to have it very easy, buddy, because also it's my intention to bring you in the future, and also because I don't want to tire you up before your next podcast, like in 2 hours time. But literally, very briefly, buddy, in case someone is joining now, watching this podcast, and doesn't have a clue who are you. I mean, very briefly, this guy has already been in Knuckles Up and the East vs West, like East vs West 18, and he pulled against, I was going to say Martins.
Wallace Dillies.
And actually, you are about to face now in a couple of days his corner guy, Pablo. So yeah. Tell us a little bit, my friend, about your background, how you ended up ending arm wrestling, for your rugby background and so on, buddy.
Okay, so my name is Riekerd Bornman. I'm 22 years old. I moved over to Australia from South Africa to Australia about 2.5 years ago. With the dreams of playing rugby. You know, that was always my dream. That was the sport I was in love with. Unfortunately, things didn't work out the way I would like it to. And man, I was lucky enough to get into the sport of arm wrestling. So I've known arm wrestling for a long time, but not the professional side of it, you know. And I would say I probably started doing arm wrestling at the hardest level 3 years ago. Really, the bug bit me, and I really fell in love with the sport, and I've been going ever since. Yes, I've been blessed with a lot of people in my corner, a lot of opportunities. I mean, I started off at AWE. I think especially one of my good friends, Ryan Bowen. I got the opportunities, and somehow I use the opportunities to the best of my abilities, and I'm getting opportunities all over the world, and it's really special to be traveling to the United States and facing legends. I mean, this is my next match against Pavlo. It's truly a step up, but I'm super excited for it, and I'm 100% ready.
I mean, buddy, I have absolutely no doubt about it. And you are one of those guys that has reached to a certain level of a sport at such young age that is actually, as always, very impressive. And obviously, towards your match against Pablo, I would say that you are the underdog, obviously, because you know the experience, the power strength, and so on. Even I saw that reel of the podcast that you have, in which is a very good. This is a very good reel in which Pablo is doing the lifting, and you are like, oh my gosh.
So actually, a funny story. Last night I had a podcast with AWE and I was doing also that lift, but instead of the strap going over the knuckle, I put it over here, and the strap actually snapped on my fifth or fourth rep. So, but it was cool, man. I was a bit surprised, man. I knew Pavlo is strong, but the way he lifted it was scary. But he probably needs to lift 60 kgs to beat me. So that's the good thing.
Well, you know, I mean, I had a podcast, you know, with Terence and Philip Larson, and Philip obviously pointed that lifting the weights doesn't necessarily transfer to the table, which I think obviously we all agree about it, but not an easy day for you, not for Pablo, man. But
and I respect it 100%. You know, the thing is, if you compare a strength to a strength, I think he's stronger everywhere. And I think that's the truth. But maybe a different strength of mine can beat one of his strengths. And I think that's one of the key and crucial things I have to focus on. But there's most definitely ways for me to beat him. Most definitely. And there's multiple lanes. I just have to stay focused. And I have to understand what I need to do to break through whatever chain he puts on the table.
Mm-hmm. Because, excuse me. I mean, right, in terms of the matchup and everything, since this was 18, when you pulled Wallace Dilly and Pablo was in his corner, right? Now you're pulling him. Just very curious how, I mean, do you have guys the chance to do any after pulling or anything like that? How ended up his name coming up for you? Like, okay, Pablo is going to be next for you.
Yeah, it's quite funny how life works. It's incredible. I mean, who would ever thought that I would face the guy in the corner? Bye-bye, Mickey! I would face the guy in the corner of my first opponent on the big stage. So the thing is, I met Pavlo in the signing room of at East versus West, and I don't know how to explain it. I could just sense that there's a match in the future. I don't know why. I could just sense it. And I think the first official idea that popped up that I would eventually have a match with Pavlo is just after Pavlo's match with Wagner. Neil asked him, listen here, what do you think about a match with Riekerd? And I understand that Neil Pickup is a really, really smart guy and a good matchmaker. So that gave me a bit of hint, but yes, more on the official side. Robert Baxter contacted me about 4 or 5 weeks ago, and he said, listen here, would you like a match with Pavlo? And of course I accepted it, even though I understand it's a step up for me, but I enjoy challenges like this, and I think it's incredible to be able to test your limits and to see where you are at.
100%, man. I perfectly understand what you mean, buddy. I mean, I'm not at your level, but wrestling is obviously my passion as well. And here comes the promo. I recently pulled at Armwars as well, so.
Hey,
Yeah.
Now you're talking. I would love to go there one day as well. It seems like a great stage as well.
Man, especially because Brian Shaw, Eddie Hall, all the guys were there, man. Wow.
Yeah, I'm super excited, man. I mean, I can't wait to see this guys compete, and I'm on the same card as him. It feels unreal. I mean, people don't understand. I'm an arm wrestling fan first before I'm the athlete, you know. So it's actually so cool to have the opportunity to compete in front of those guys, and just to see them competing is awesome as well.
Do you follow the world of strongman by any chance?
I never buy the pay-per-views, or I'm not that into it, but I always go watch it back because I'm a strength athlete and it's something I truly enjoy. So yes, I do know what's going on there. I do know most of the names, but it's not. It doesn't have my full attention like arm wrestling, for example.
Yeah. It's like in my case, I know about about the strongman. I follow sometimes. I know a couple of names and a little bit of history. Follow, but yeah, like you,
Yeah.
it's totally fine. Just wondering, like you're aware, like for example, obviously Eddie Hall, he lifted 500 kilograms,
Yeah.
2016. Now, Hafter Björnsson made the 505. And actually, I read in the newspaper that maybe he will try and go for the 510 in September. But anyway, just like, very curious. But anyway, we are diverting.
Insane. But I mean, did you see that South African guy? I mean, his name is Colton Engelbrecht.
No, never heard of him.
Yes, he's a powerlifter, and he just competed at an event. He squatted 470 kgs. He benched 260, and he deadlift. His second attempt was 470. Then he went for 500 without straps, and he got it up and he locked out, but his grip failed at the top. And then the organizers came back to him and said, "Listen, use some straps and do it again." And he lifted the 500 kgs with straps. I mean, his style of deadlifting is a bit different than.
Yeah, because I mean, so he did it raw without the suit for.
I'm not quite sure.
You say for the squat, right? Not for the deadlift.
Hey?
Sorry.
Did
you say for the squat or deadlift?
No, deadlift. So he did 500 kgs and he locked it out, but his grip failed, and then he put on straps and he lifted it. It's actually incredible, man. He sumo deadlifts, but it's still an impressive feat. I mean, he's failing 500 and just lifting it again.
Impressive, man. Absolutely impressive. Ridiculous. Anyway, getting back. Sorry, my friend. I diverted a little bit of topic because
no. It's all good.
It's crazy. All of this, man. It's impressive. Yeah. Impressive. Anyway, you can tell that I am having a little bit of a cold and it's late here because my brain is not what it used to be.
Yeah, it's really late at your place. I mean, I still feel tired. I just woke up.
Oh yeah, that's totally fine, man. I've been having also my workouts and everything.
Oh, there you go.
Everything, buddy. But yeah, getting back, and you will allow me to make you this one, buddy. But getting back about your super match with Pavlo, have you changed your way of training to match? Or has been there a significant change in your way of training towards this match?
Yes, for sure. It's been more specific. Okay, you have a limited time, so it's not, you won't gain 5% of strength. You don't gain that. Mentally, it's possible to gain even more than that. I think that's exactly what I've done. I'm in a really, really good headspace. So a couple of things changed for me. I decided to quit my job and to put everything going into this match. So this match has 100% of my attention. And yes, I've changed a few things. More specifically, focusing on lanes he's attacking and how to stop that and to be strong and tight in those positions.
Well, you have some serious balls to do what you have done, man. Quitting your job to pursue your dream.
You see, my friend, I think we have so many examples out there. And I'm not saying it's going to make me win, but I promise you, it's giving me a better opportunity. And I think that's the thing that separates certain athletes from others, is when you give something 100% of your attention, everything changes. I mean, I've only been doing it for 3-4 weeks, and it's a massive difference, man. It's a massive difference. I mean, when I wake up, I think about arm wrestling. It's arm wrestling in my head every single second of the day, and that's the absolute truth. I mean, my head is focused on ways how I can beat Pavlo and where I will attack and all that. And I mean, thinking about something and being obsessed with it is definitely going to get you places. And with the work and everything, yes, there's a physical side of it and there's a mental side of it as well. I mean, if you wake up, my job used to be wake up at 4:30 in the mornings, drive an hour to work, and from there on, my day starts. So I have to drive to head office to get the vehicle, and then from there on, I do my job. And then I get home at 7 p.m. at night, and then you have to be ready to train. and during that day you are physical. It's physical work, and you get exhausted. The thing is, as a professional athlete, I think you should give all that energy to arm wrestling, because at the end of the day you want to be the best. And that's what I decided to do. I'm still young. I truly don't have much to lose, but so much to gain in the future. So why don't I start now?
Yeah. Yes, Riekerd. Yes, man. I applaud you. Exactly. I mean, some moments in life that you have to take some risky decisions. But as you very well pointed, man, you are in a very good position now, being a professional athlete. And also, the age is not the same when, for example, you are 40, 45, and you have a family to maintain than when you are at your age, and you have really not that kind of responsibilities. So there's the best moment of your life to be brave is now. And yeah, man, well done. What main question, what kind of job do you do, or you used to do?
I used to be a restoration technician.
All right.
So we work for insurance companies,
Yeah.
and all the damages with the houses, we used to fix them. Yes.
Anyway, man, kudos for that commitment. I am about to do more or less the same, buddy. I'll tell you in private. I am more or less in the same boat of you.
It's big, man. It's been a tough decision, because I mean your income stops. I mean, we all understand that you need sponsors to keep you going. And I have to say, I've been lucky. I do have people in my corner that supports me. It's not gonna make me live a good life, if I can say that, but I'm getting by. I have a roof over my head, I have food on my table, and I have training equipment. And for now, I think that's all that I need. So yeah, I think it's a hard risk. It's a big risk for anyone, but if you don't take it, you'll never know.
I did it when I came to England, when I came with only 300 pounds and a piece of luggage. And now I'm about to do something else as well. So I would tell you in private, buddy, but yeah, I know what you mean. And you are doing it in the perfect time, buddy. So yeah.
Yeah. Thank you, my friend. Appreciate it. Thank you.
Yeah. How's your, just wondering, buddy, watching the match into the future a little bit, I was wondering, how is your flop press?
My flop press?
Yeah, do you have any? Is it in your arsenal, just in case?
I think I can. I think I truly can. I don't think I want to be there, but I think if I need to be there, I'll be able to do it 100%. I mean, I can do it with my left, and my left is terrible compared to my right. So my right has a press. I don't think it will feel too good to bend back the wrist. But I've trained it as well, So when I trained with Ryan Bowen, I give him my wrist sometimes, and I could stay with it, man. So it's just important to keep my pronation. And I understand the flop press is something like this, but you still need pronation to stay inside the shoulder, So I think it's definitely something I can do, even though it's not something I want to do. Yeah. But you will do anything to win a match, am I right? So
I mean, he will do his best. You're going to do your best. You're going to do your best, definitely, man. Definitely. I mean, we're going to see. But anyway, you know what? From very easy now, buddy. Just because I think we're going to call it out like in a couple of questions, because I know that you have him in the podcast now. And
that's perfect, man. I appreciate it. Just jumping on. It's cool, man.
Of course, man. Of course. And I bring you another time.
Yes.
It's not a problem at all. But I would really like to make you this question, okay? Like, you have in your career right now. I mean, obviously you are not John Bresang that you've been pulling for 30 years. You've been far more than that. But let me know, buddy. Let's dive in a little bit in yourself and saying, okay, so you've been for wrestling 5 years, better say, right? Around that. No, how long?
Yeah, I would say 3 years. 3 years full time.
Yeah, 3 years, right? So you're pretty much a youngling into this sport, if you allow me the terminology. But from your career, wherever, I mean, you reach this level that you are on by yourself because you are a champ. Period. But from all this time, okay. Could you please tell me what is perhaps the biggest lessons you have learned so far?
Okay.
I mean, and I can
That's-
give you an example of what do I mean, for example, because I mean, in my case, I'm going to give you an example so you understand what I mean. Okay. Yeah, I've been 5 years in the sport. I've been training with tons of people, but there are like a couple of lessons I learned. For example, the Armwars, it was the biggest lesson because it was a test of character. I mean, you've been focused, being calm, strength, and of my own arm wrestling technique and skills. So the Armwars was like a huge lesson. Then another lesson was, for example, when I won my first tournament, because I learned that, oh my gosh, yeah, I can win, I can do this. So that's what I meant with biggest lessons or moments, let's just say as well.
Yeah, I think moments is it's a better word to use. I think I was lucky to realize soon that if you want to be the best, you have to be obsessed with the sport. You have to love it, and yeah, that's probably one of the key moments. When you love something, everything else just falls into play. I mean, when you're in love with something, you're gonna watch it all the time, and that's the way I've learned. Because I don't get on a table much, because I'm still a young guy and I don't have the conditioning. So most of the times I go too hard on the table and I'm injured for 2-3 weeks, or not injured, just inflamed.
Yeah.
So I've learned that you can work around things and recover after sessions to be your best for the next one. And it's really important. You can't break yourself down every single session. You have to work yourself up to a good standard, recover, and to build again tomorrow. I mean, in the beginning, it was just go as heavy as I possibly can. But now, preparing for something as big as a match with Pavlo, you have to be ready the next day. You have to be ready. And it's really important because it's a mental thing as well. If you feel a needle in your arm or something, you will be worrying, you know. You don't want to feel any pain, and you want to work through every single moment, and you want to feel strong. That's the most important thing. So, yeah, if I have a bit of advice for anyone, I mean, I'm probably not the guy to ask. I'm too young into the sport. But what I've learned is be obsessed with the sport. Just be obsessed with it.
But well said, buddy. But for example, you have touched something very important here. And I was like, yeah, you are very young into the sport, okay, but in your experience, this is a good point. Okay, now you're touching about this training, how the frequency, how hard you can pull, how you can train. We are having now a lot of, especially young people, new people working to the sport. Now you've been 3 years. Now you know about this, like how to measure yourself, the frequency, the intensity you're training to be healthy, to keep training forward. So this is a very good question for yourself. How often do you normally train per week, for example?
Yes, that's a fair question, and my sponsor is Arm King Australia. So they sell arm wrestling equipment, arm wrestling tables, arm wrestling pulley systems, arm wrestling handles. And to be totally honest with you, man, that's the way I train. I can simulate any single position on the table, and I feel super strong. I mean, as a new guy, I mean, everyone's body is different. And if you ask Devin, what should a new guy do? He's going to say, table time, table time, table time. I am the new guy, and it hasn't worked for me. I'm breaking myself down. So it feels like I'm not progressing. But if I go easy, because table time is super important, don't get me wrong, it's super important. I think it's probably one of the most important things in arm wrestling. But if you want to get better, I mean, arm wrestling is, for me, if you ask me, it's about wrist stability. How stable can my hand be? I mean, if you shake a bit in this position or in this position, it's easy to break the chain. So if you can build up strength in the necessary positions, I think that's the best bet. Arm wrestling will definitely do it for you, but unfortunately, everything else goes through it as well. I mean, you're not going to get better in arm wrestling just having a stronger bicep. It's all about your hand. So that's why training weights will make you stronger for the table. And it's still important to go onto the table, but if you ask me, I would say once in 2 weeks, go to a club. And you see, the thing is, the young guys that join, they love the sport and they want to see what's going on. So they want to be on the table every single day. I know that feeling. I understand it 100%. But you can't do that, and you won't get better if you do that. But if you train every single day, all the specifics, and you go to a club once in every 2 weeks, I promise you, you'll be excited to go every single 2 weeks and focus on that training block in that 2 weeks and just working and getting better and getting healthy again.
Especially, yeah, well said, buddy. Yeah, especially if you're a complete beginner, your body's not adapted to it, your elbows, nothing at all. So yeah, I mean, that's exactly what I used to do. One table time every 2 weeks at the beginning, and up to once I remember being sometime doing 5 days of training between table time and gym, which was not good. Now I am obviously training 4 days per week, and it's working so good, man. And obviously, if I'm feeling more sore because I'm prepping for a competition, super match, whatever comes up, I play a little bit with the timings. But yeah, I mean, in the end, guys, it's like listen to your body and remember this. Sometimes it's not just harder, but smarter, especially in this sport. Period.
Always. No matter where you go. Not harder, just smarter. That's the only thing. If you learn that in life, you won't be injured and you'll just enjoy your life.
Okay, now, rather than ask you, for example, now, Riekerd, tell us about your favorite arm wrestlers and so on. We're gonna skip that one because we're gonna leave it for next time. Next time we'll touch certain topics about figurines, but to make it very easy now, brother, what is going to be, or how do you think Riekerd Bornman is going to be in 5 years' time? What is the future? How you see it? How are you projecting yourself?
5 years. In 5 years, I'll probably weigh 140, 145 if I decide to. So it can go one of two ways. I would definitely be competing or trying to be in the top 5 super heavyweight. Or if I decide to drop in another 5 to 10 years, I can see myself being the 115 kg world champ.
That's a very it's good to know, man. You have your goals, your plan for the future.
I think it's really important. It's giving you a reason to keep on working, and you're working for something bigger than yourself. And I think it's special. People think it's delusional, but it's a special moment or a special thing in your life you can treasure and work towards. I think it's really important to have something to work for, even though it seems impossible to others. I think it's really important to have something like that and to keep on dreaming and to fight every single day to become the person you want to be.
Two people now that you remind me. Georgi Svetkov, I interviewed him, and Neil Pickup as well. They both say how to chase your dreams. And you have to set up high targets. You need to dream high. And this is one of the things that Neil Pickup said that one of his regrets, or one of the errors you could do in your career or in life in general, even so, it's not being wild, not being brave, and setting up very high goals, things to achieve, not easy. Because I mean, when you have a goal, okay, for example, I don't know, let's say I want to lose 40 kilos because I am too fat. Fine. Don't think about the 40 kilos. Think first about losing the first 5, like you have a big goal and you break it down into small, accountable and achievable goals, right? So you have the goal there, okay? And I'm going to use a very good analogy. Devon Larratt and Levan Shahinashvili. Levan was and is his Everest. Well, anybody Everest. So this is the one. Who is your Everest? Or what is your Everest?
What is my Everest?
Yeah.
I think it's probably my up-and-coming brother. To be totally honest with you, I think it's going to be my brother one day. My friend, you see the thing, so I just want to close this. I'm getting... so my brother is 16 years old now, and super strong. I mean, I think it's really important to start arm wrestling at a young age, because I mean, it's only beneficial. Your body is still developing, so it thinks that this movement is how I'm supposed to be strong. And I think it's really important that, or it is really a big thing that he is starting early, and it's giving him a massive advantage. So I think probably in another 5 to 10 years, he's got to be my Everest.
It's awesome, and I hope to see that. I hope to see that.
Me too. I'm gonna push so hard to get that guy. I told my dad yesterday that, if I can't be a world champion, my brother definitely will. He definitely will, and I will make sure of that. I will do every single thing in my abilities to make him the best. I mean, sometimes it's hard to achieve it yourself. It's a lot of discipline and dedication, but it's easier to help someone else to get them there. And I think it's a good quality I have, and I think it makes it easier because it's my little brother, and I can use a little bit of manipulation, so that's cool.
I mean, in this world and this sport, one of the, despite that we are right now in a very dark and turbulent times in the world of arm wrestling, this is one of the best things that they have the sport, right? The fact that we don't get to where we are alone. We always need people to help us for training, to mentor us, to support everything. And at some point we receive this, let's just say, this cup, this present of all the good things that we have achieved by ourselves, and we want to pass it to somebody else, like yourself here, to your brother, and see if he is going to become a problem, which is beautiful, and I hope he does.
He will, my friend. Listen to my words today. We can play this back, and I think, let's say, I don't even think it's 3 years, but let's say 3 years, and you'll see him. I mean, just to give you I don't know if you know my brother. He's 16 years old. He looks me in the eyes, and he's weighing 113 kgs. So he's a big boy. And the other day, so this is me trying to build him up and to motivate him, because he has so many things going on. He's still in school.
Yeah.
He's playing rugby, and the thing is, I haven't lost hope in rugby, but I understand that it's really difficult to get to the top. Where in arm wrestling, we are genetically gifted and blessed with a talent. I mean, I can see it in my brother as well. I think he's more genetically gifted than me for the sport of arm wrestling. So I told him, listen, if you can do a riser lift with 45 kgs over the knuckle, I'll give you $200. And he failed this for 3 consecutive weeks. And I just kept on pushing him, and he lifted it. He was video calling me, and he lifted it. So yes, I gave him the $200, and that's incredible, man. For a 16-year-old, it's not the weight that's the big problem for me. It's the stability in his wrist to be able to do that. That's impressive for me. I mean, I think when you go to testing stability in your wrist, I would say a high multi-spinner is probably the thing that would test your stability the most in the wrist, because it involves cupping and rise. And the second thing I would say is rise to test stability, because you can see when you start to go heavy, everything starts to buckle, and when something buckles, it normally breaks, because the body wants to protect. But to see him lift that was incredible, man. And that's how I know that, listen, just watch out, another Bornman is coming.
You need to send me that video. I want to see it.
I will,
and,
for sure.
And maybe with your permission, because I don't know if it is posted on social media. Is it posted on social media or something?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Just send me the link. No problem that you share.
Yeah. Problem.
Anyway,
no problem.
I'm going to. Not sure if you will understand this quote, but have you ever watched Star Wars?
I've never watched it in my life. Never.
Well, there's the bad guy of the film called Palpatine, who becomes Darth Sidious, the Emperor. And when he was speaking to Anakin Skywalker, he said, I said, oh my gosh, I forgot the quote. Anyway, he said, like, I'll keep an eye on your career with great interest. Like, I'll keep an eye on you with great interest. So yeah, we'll do the same with your brother, buddy.
Cheers. I appreciate it. Thank you. And he won't disappoint. I promise
No.
you.
I mean, no. You made it. I mean, you say that your brother is here, so you
Oh, keep him going. Oh, for sure. Yes, of course. I'll make sure of
you
it.
have the
That's the big
responsibility
thing. My friend, my brother's already the junior South African national champion, and after that, he went up to the under 100 the 105 men, and he's the national champ there as well.
And he must in South Africa. He must be having already fights with Terence Son.
Terence Son is too small. Terence Son is.
Sorry, he's in 90 kilos, I think.
No, I think it's down. I think it's probably 60 or 70, if it's that much.
My gosh, I'm completely wrong.
But Terence Son is a really good arm wrestler, man.
Hmm.
You won't understand. I enjoy watching that kid arm wrestle. He knows what he's doing, and he commits 100%. And to see a young guy do that, it's incredible, man.
And I mean, he has been pulling since he was a kid. I mean, I know because when I was with Terence, he was showing me tons of videos and everything. And the videos he was looking way bigger. I don't know why, but I was like 100% sure that he was 80, 90 kilos. My apologies, but anyway.
No, it's nothing.
Anyway, man. Yeah, it's been very fun, buddy. I'm going to leave you now for rest and prepare for the next podcast you're having, buddy. I mean, it's been very awesome and very good time funny with you, man. I'm going to bring you back, especially at some point after your super match or in the near future. That's totally not a problem. We're gonna keep in touch for sure, buddy, because so many things we can discuss and dive in. Really, man, I cannot say anything else rather than thank you so much for turning up today. Guys, please have a look into the description. I'm gonna leave tons of links for this podcast of this gentleman, podcast related to this. Anything also, pass me the information of your sponsor so we can give them some promo down below.
Yes,
for apparel, equipment, whatever, everything.
Yes, it's called Arm King. It's an Australian brand. I do think they ship worldwide. I think it's really competitive prices, and it's quality equipment. That's really important. But I promise you, man, this is what's giving me these guns. You see? So every single day, do my blood flow on it, my heavy training on it, and love it, man. Love it.
Awesome, man.
But my friend Daniel, thank you for having me on, man. It was really fun, and I would jump on anytime soon again. And maybe we can get my brother to come with, and you can see him.
Oh, that would be awesome. That would be very funny. That would be very, very funny, brother. Thank you so much, man. I mean, guys, you're watching this. Hit the like button, subscribe, support my channel, and I see you at the table. Riekerd, take care, buddy.
Cheers, my friend. Have a good one.
You too. Bye-bye.
Hope you enjoyed the podcast, guys. Don't forget, please, to support my channel, give it a like and subscribe, and share the videos. See you next time.